How's it hanging, folks? I'm Lindsay Geektron, and this is LolKing's League Trends for the week of March 3rd, 2015. Before we hop onto the Rift, I want to take a quick moment to share with you guys what I did last week. Bandai Namco announced Supernova, a new take on competitive gaming set in a sci-fi battle between humans and cyborgs. It's an RTS MOBA hybrid, so you're able to toggle the auto army and auto upgrade commander attributes so you can brawler it up and stay focused on the action, or you can choose to have deep levels of control if you can't get enough of that RTS. You can sign up for the alpha now at supernovagame.com. This week, our featured champions include Sona, Cassid and Scion, Veigar, Vi, and Jarvan 4. Let's dive into Summoner's Rift. Welcome to the League of DJ Sona. Other champions with increased pick rates include Jinx, Tristana, Zilean, and Rek'Sai, but DJ Sona. We'll pretend that this isn't your first time playing Sona in about a month or two, and now that you've bought your skin, what to do? Well, first you pick your song. Control 5 is the keybind for the new toggle feature that you can use to switch songs. And as for actually playing Sona, well, she's the same as she always is. Poke your opponents down with Hymn of Valor, then heal through the damage you take. And be careful not to bite off more than you can chew, as hard engaged supports like Thresh and Leona are popular and can burst a Sona down, especially if they take Ignite. Later on, a Flash Crescendo ultimate can win the game, but it is Sona's only form of CC, so try not to miss. Decreased pick rates are in for some recently nerfed champions. Cassid and Janna, Jarvan 4, and Kalista all received changes, while Riven is the lone one unscathed. The range on Cassidon's ultimate Riftwalk has been reduced from 700 to 450. If you're not sure how much that is, well, that's a lot. The nickname Casa-Win should probably leave your vocabulary for a bit, as his win rate is now a solid 41%. The ultimate does cost a little less mana now, but that doesn't really mean much. The range nerf hurts every aspect of Cassidon: his laning, team fighting, and ability to chase or escape. Cassidon players are simply going to have a harder time finding windows in which to deal damage. Riot has said that they are going to adjust Cassidon in coming patches, so it's probably best to just leave him alone for a bit. In the meantime, don't expect to see him in pro play or your own games. Guys, it's just like Season 4 all over again! Hooray! At the top of our increased win rates this week are Syndra, Alistar, Elise, Sejuani, and Scion. Scion has quietly emerged as a staple top laner some months after his rework. Many players were initially unimpressed after the rework, but with time, his strengths have been realized. Scion is best played as a pure tank with no damage items. He has a strong laning phase due to the low mana costs on his abilities, and many players further abuse his spell spamming by killing a jungle camp at 155, and then teleporting to lane with a level 2, a flask, and many potions. Something people did not initially realize is that you want to max his Roar of the Slayer ability in lane for easy poke and not the dramatic decimating smash. Later in the game, Scion can initiate with his unstoppable Onslaught ultimate, but as it's easy to dodge, it's probably best to let other players start the fight and then go for an easy shot. The damage and stun are lower at close range, but anything is better than missing. This week has brought us some immensely decreased win rates. Veigar, Cassidon, and Zilean have all dropped below 42%, while Jarvan 4 and Kalista round out the list. For Veigar, pro players realized just a few weeks ago that he actually makes for a very powerful support. Most of his abilities are simple damage spells, but the instant AoE stun on his Event Horizon ability was reason enough to use him. Riot has long felt that the tiny Master of Evil stun is too strong, so they released a minor rework. Event Horizon now has a delay. His Baleful Strike is also a skill shot, and there are number changes, but the delay on Veigar's stun is the reason his win rate has plummeted. It's now very difficult to land, so while it's unclear whether Veigar is a support or a mid laner right now, don't expect to see much of him either way. Increased ban rates are here for Vi, Lissandra, LeBlanc, Aurelia, and Rek'Sai. Why Vi? It may stand for Vice or Violence depending on when you ask, but for most players the name means point and click engage. This makes her strong in a meta that features mobile irritations such as Kalista or Lissandra. It also clears quickly and skirmishes well against other junglers. Vi has a lot of strengths, but her reliable engage can become a double-edged sword against teams with enough crowd control. Not for Vi herself, as she's immune during her ultimate. The issue is that Vi can't solo her target unless she has silly amounts of gold, so if her teammates are prevented from following up, the engage will fail. In those situations, champs with more versatile CC will outperform Vi and her single target nature. Vi players that struggle to find good teamfights should try and push side lanes and get jungle vision for picks. Scratch one off the list, Kassadin's ban rate has decreased by 28%. Other champions with less drastic decreases include Jarvan 4, Azir, Ahri, and Gnar. The bans have loosened a little bit on Jarvan now that he's lost the armor from his Demacian standard ability, but not by much, as Jarvan still does all of the things he used to do. He is a wee bit weaker on his first clear and less tanky throughout the game. True. He is still, however, strong in most areas of jungling. Players can still level 2 gank or explore other unpredictable options. His Cataclysm ultimate can be a death sentence to any champion without an escape, and overall, Jarvan 4 just isn't that hard to play. Will he continue to be ban-worthy? Maybe, but new threats always crop up and jungle changes are on the horizon. Expect some shakeups when the new Cinderhulk jungle enchantment comes out for tank junglers. Perhaps some of them will become more important ban targets. Who knows? Keep an eye out for J4 in solo queue. And that's all for this week's show. Please be sure you check back every Tuesday for the latest episode. Like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share this video around to all of your buddies, and make sure you check out Supernova at supernovagame.com. I'm Lindsay Geektron. You can find me on Twitch TV at Lindsay Geektron. I have to go pack for the PAX East GDC Week of Death Doom now. Thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll see everyone next week.